I said from the beginning, this is a matter of injustice.
Yeah.
This is a matter of impunity by individual. I thank God the barrister talk about alter ego. This is the issue. Where in Nigeria, I'm even surprised that a lawyer is speaking this way, where an individual want to be more powerful than an institution.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Number one, you had him, somebody that, if you listen to Natasha, she was speaking. He said, I've taken a lot. I've had enough. When you are talking about rules and regulations, the man that just spoke now, has he taken time to find out the number of allegations Natasha made that very day that the Senate President have tactically silenced the voice of her constituency? Yeah. That severally she has brought her motion, it was scheduled and it was cancelled. Yeah. And not. Is that part of the rule? And she's coming out to say it is because she's been sexually harassed. And that the same person that we are talking about is saying, if you want to enjoy this Senate, you make me happy. How can you sweep all that under the carpet and he's saying it's about seat, it's about rule? Why should she stand up for somebody that, if it is proven to be true that she has been harassed as a senator sexually and all that, and that this particular Senate president has been trying to match her and to make sure she's not able to present her bill, she's not able to perform her legislative duty? Yeah. You think when he's coming, she must, because she must obey the rule, stand for him? Why? Are we really trying to encourage impunity to continue? That is the kind of style of behavior governors exhibit in the state. The same thing exhibited in the presidency. The same thing is going on in the legislative arm. We should talk about justice, matter of justice. That's what we should talk about. Now, the other time I spoke here, I said, any person can vent his or her anger when it is bottled up for too long. Yeah. Where else do you expect her to bottle up? If, okay, like as the barrister was saying, if Senator Natasha has simply gone to court to go and sue the Senate president for sexual harassment, as he has said, she will still get this suspension. The fellow senator will say, why should she go and sue the Senate president without bringing the matter to their knowledge? Yeah. This is what happened in our communities, in our villages. And people like us who suffered injustice. Let me tell you, my family was ostracized from the community for over 25 years for doing nothing, just for speaking out, just for speaking the truth. It's people that have not been victim that we say what Natasha is talking about is not important. It's about seat. When he was speaking, he said he is sure she must have been notified about the change of. How are you sure? Has the Senate people proved that? Has the Senate president proved that? Has the sergeant at arms proved that to Nigeria? Is there not enough time for them to tell us that we send her a notice at so time or through this medium? Has any person come to say that? What do we do? Speak on assumption. So you cannot be talking of rule and when injustice is being perpetrated. Is it also part of the rule that a senator should be denied opportunity to present bill when he or she has followed the procedure? Is it also part of the rule?
So we have a caller quickly, please.
Hello, Mr. Sunday, calling from Abuja. Good morning.
All right.
Yeah, I want to sincerely appreciate everyone in the studio so far for the contribution and for the Ababio and Natasha's topic. I was just thinking and I'm saying, I think anytime Natasha would come back to Nigeria, she should also come to appreciate ACNN because we have really upheld this matter. It is not just because of her favor, but because of the Senate and the voice being silenced. See, let us actually understand that the people that should even testify, whether against or on behalf of Natasha has also been silenced, and many of them are afraid of the unknown. Apart from this, those people have a lot to say about Natasha and what is happening in the Senate. For Natasha alone to stand on her own and be talking, and nobody is saying anything, virtually everybody are speaking against her in the Senate House, also stand to tell you that a lot is happening in that house, and the so-called Akpabio is proving to be the Lord and the owner of the Senate plenary. And until we understand that Natasha has no other thing to do rather than going to international space, you don't have image again. Your co-anchor was talking about safeguarding the image of the country. Nigeria has no image again. We don't have image. Since the leaders are taking it upon themselves to kill the image, let all of us join hands in destroy the whole image, the remaining one. I want you to know what Natasha is doing is she is now trying to say the highest you do is to remove her from being a senator. But you see that image, let the whole image be destroyed. Allow Natasha to air her voice, please. In fact, if there is any other space for her to go and talk, she should go there and air her view.
All right, Mr.
Thank you so much.
Let me quickly speak on the analogy that was drawn in US. It's very, very different from what happened in the Senate. The analogy that was drawn is that President Trump came to address the House, and one senator is opposing him, and the Senate president decided to tell him to keep quiet, and the senator refused. That is disruption. That is disruption. That is disrespect for the number one citizen of that very country. That was not a case between the senator and the Senate president. But we are talking here about Senate co-senators. Because you are the president, you are so powerful, and the lawyer says alter ego of the Senate. So it's so powerful that he's the only one that will determine what will happen. If a senator does not serve his will, that senator can be silenced perpetually. Is that the kind of Senate that will help this country? Is that the kind of Senate that will help our democracy? We should be talking about the rule of law that should not allow one individual to be more powerful than the institution that made him. If I'm elected to go to the Senate, I'm not there to please the Senate president. I'm there to speak for my constituency, to speak to issue. And my voice should not be silenced.
All right.
See, let me tell you, I will do 100 times what Natasha have done. See, you have to allow people to express themselves. You cannot continue to suppress people and you expect that one day the person will not break the rule. You see, if you don't address issue when they are coming up and you expect that it will go like that, no. I've always talked about you have peace when when there is justice. If you want true peace, there should be justice. You see, you cannot tell a baby that you are beating her to cry also. You are telling you didn't cry according to the rule. After you have beaten the child, you didn't cry according to the rule. It's like in my village those days, they say a woman is not allowed to cry inside the house. So if you have any cry to cry, you go to the backyard to go and cry. So you are maltreating a woman, you expect her to go to the backyard. The day she will cry inside the house, you say she has committed another offense.